Oh, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Hi everybody, it's me, Shiki. And if you're not familiar with this game, let me just go ahead and say, as the game even explicitly states in warnings beforehand, Doki Doki Literature Club is not for the young or those who are easily disturbed. This game goes to some extremely dark places. Like, oh my gosh, it gets dark. That being said, just, you know, if horror isn't your kind of thing, then this might not be the best playthrough for you. Just as well, you know, it even says individuals suffering from anxiety and depression may not have a safe experience playing this, so keep that in mind before we even get started. And, that being said, I'ma hit new game, okay? Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Shiki.
Well, I'm a mean harpy. Deal with it.
Damn, son.
But if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Shiki, have you decided on a club to join yet?
Club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. It's me, I exaggerate things in my head all the time.
That's because I have anxiety.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Yeah, you see, the problem is I have a short attention span and...
Does this look like it thinks?
Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I mean, there's all sorts of clubs. There's spiked clubs, there's flails, there's maces. What was I talking about? I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Heck yeah.
Hello?
Sayori?
Who were you expecting, Spider-Man?
Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I'm still spacing out.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
What? I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
Thank you, I do try. But you don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, I thought you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Eh? Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature, or that she could read. Holy crap, Sayori, you can read?
Yeah?
Whoa. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. See, they're doing this whole thing on High School DxD.
Come on, please. Don't give in to big anime titties.
Yeah, boy.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything, so...
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yeah, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. She swings it open a little too hard. A loud crash can be heard. Everyone died.
Everyone, the new member is here. I told... Shiki, are you okay?
Hush. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Humna, 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 huh?
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori is always saying nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Shiki, what a surprise. Hey, Monica.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. You just can't get into it because
Welcome to the club.
Dots. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
Fuck are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki. Idiot. I'm gonna go read some freaking manga.
She just walks off. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she's moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know oh. That's gonna happen a lot. Everyone's gonna have everyone else's voice, I'm sorry. It's the same thing that happened with my Phoenix Wright streams. If you haven't seen the VODs, go check those out. We have fun here.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, right?
That's right.
It's great to see you again, Shiki.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Nah, okay. I'm fine. I'm just having flashbacks. Monica smiles sweetly. No, the frick she doesn't. I don't know why. Nothing scary's even happened yet. And I'm already getting flashbacks to all the scary crap that does happen in this game. It's been ages since I've played this. Why is it still scaring me? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful,
Athletic, smells like vanilla. Totally out of my league.
basically completely out of my league. Thanks, me. You're welcome. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Yeah, you too, Monica.
Come on, sit down. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! The harpy doing my voice can't go up that high. But I made them, I'll get them. Bitch. Sorry, I got a little excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
The cupcakes just explode.
Oh!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. You know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, and I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Why are cupcakes like this? Like seriously, it's so hard to find the right angle, so that you can bite into it without looking like a savage and getting icing everywhere. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down, on the cupcake first. Then after I consume that, I walk over to Natsuki and just hum. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I can't help but wonder if she made it herself. Wow, this is really good, Natsuki. Thanks.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything, baka. Dumbass. Other anime insults indicating I'm a tsundere.
Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. Not for, you, idiot.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird tsundere logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. The harpy doing the narrations has a stutter. Have you noticed yet? I do, though. I have a stutter. You don't notice it in my other narrations because I always edit that out, but if I did that here, it would get very choppy. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? And don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. More of a coffee guy, personally.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. It's okay. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I do at least enjoy tea.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Shame about your literary skills, though.
What's that supposed to mean? She just gets really quiet. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, and then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club? As I stare blankly into your soul. That very, very dark soul of yours.
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the other major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That's what I did with this channel. Look at that. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new one.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Shiki, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Huh?
It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I can't read. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Ain't that a whole friggin' mood?
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Actually, yes.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Me too. I narrate lots of horror on the channel. If you're into horror, go check that out.
I read a horror book once. It was my math textbook. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Everything you do, rather. The harpy narrating us can't read.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Haha, not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Excuse me just a second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. There was a cat outside my studio.
He wanted some attention. However, fun thing about this quote. This one here, the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. In a novel I started ages ago. I actually put that in because that inspired me to get back into writing again. So, Team Salvato, you may never see this, but thanks for that. That was really cool. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Dots indicating anxiety. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Question mark.
Question mark?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even.
More dots.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member,
I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Shiki?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and... I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry. I thought...
Shiki...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Alright, I've decided. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Natsuki, stop eating my hair. Stop. Natsuki? Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks.
Alright everyone, Shiki is still traumatized. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
You will write a friggin' poem, Shiki. I mean, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Shiki, since we're already done here, you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Long ago, the 4 Dokis lived together in harmony. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem! Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. However, that's gonna have to wait until next time. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, then feel free to, subscribe if you want, and leave a like. It really helps out. Alright. I can't believe I'm playing this game again after a few years, and that I'm still getting, that pit of dread in my stomach that comes with being scarred by good horror. But, that being said, I'll see you all next time, okay?
Bye!
Shiki Karasu.